because I believe a lot of it when we start for a legacy, we tend to think that like we be like I said again, we think we are a product of our environment, who we're around. Everybody else around me ain't doing it. I can't do it either. So, and then when I go out for it to do something, significant other friend or whatever, like, they saying, "Oh, you can't do that, this or that," and no, not necessarily they trying to down the person, but they projecting on their fears or thinking or level of thinking they can't do it, so they believe that that person can do it. Sometimes it comes from a genuine place that they really care about the person and want that person to succeed, but they ain't understanding that they also throttling their that person's drive and everything to do it and so forth. But so did you run into any of that?
Always, always. It's always that way. I would say it doesn't matter what you're doing. You're going to always have people who tell you, that's crazy. You shouldn't do it. I don't, and a lot of it is just them speaking their own issues out. Okay. And then
Right.
there are ones that, misery always loves company. And so
Mhm.
miserable people will try and hold you back from accomplishing something amazing by pulling you back,
Mhm.
like, you can't leave this, you got to stay here. And it's like, you got to know what you're going for and you got to be willing to go for it. Right. And so that happens all the time. Like now we could be the great ministry that we are and just continue doing the same things that we do now for the next 50 years. But, my heartbeat is, hey, there's more people that need us. There is families that need hope and we need to be there for them. So I'm always pushing the envelope to go, what can we do next? How can we reach the next ones? Right. And when you do that, there's people, even on my staff, that sometimes go, I don't know about that. I don't want to do that. And I'm like going, no, this is what we're here for. And, so there will always be that. There will always be people that don't say anything and that are just rooting against you. But I have come to find that the bigger the number of people that kind of root against me, the more I need to keep going
Mhm.
because it's going to be a really big breakthrough
Right.
and the impact is going to be
Right.
really good. And so you're getting all this resistance because you're fixing to do something pretty darn phenomenal. And we just don't
Okay.
just don't see it that way. But it's true. That's the way it happens. Who would have dreamed 15 years
Mhm.
ago the ministry would look like it looks now and it would impact the number of people? I never dreamed that. And I'm like going, wow, that's pretty cool.
Mhm.
But it's because we stayed the course, right? And we kept going even when people didn't give money or people didn't do this or it would seem easier for the other person. You just have to stay, you have to know who you are and you have to know what you're after and go get it.
Right. Yeah, definitely. So now, when you're author too as well, and so what you had said, what you say here, the heart of legacy. Can you tell us about the book? Like, is this like helping? Is this like just a story about how you overcame, or is this more so a blueprint of how a person can start their own legacy, wherever it be in the arts and entertainment, whether it be business, whether it be family, relationships, and so forth? What is
Yeah.
the
So
heart of
that's
legacy about?
so the Heart of Legacy is a part of my story, okay? And it's how it kind of came to be because I think it's wonderful that people can learn from our past and pick up things that they can incorporate in their life so they don't have to learn it the hard way. That's what I would say.